Am I live? Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications when we go live, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, links are below in the Discord. Links are below in the description to the Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. Sorry, a little off balance this morning here. What is going on, everybody? We have the S&Ps up 11, Dow's up 76, NASDAQ up 17. Looks like they took it down. Looks like we're back to basically flat, and they're going to be burning some premiums at open here. It's going on Micah, Mason, Keith, King Ray. Haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you back here. Adele, Kelly. Just driving hot spot to hot spot. Be safe, Keith. Put the hazmat suit on. We just had the unemployment numbers, 6.6 million. So we had a pretty sharp drop here. Ringy, how we doing? So let's get to it. Yeah, LK is down. Like 80% right now due to potential accounting fraud. They're going to be audited. You know, it's not good. It is not good. Sonny, how you doing? Carmine. Yeah, LK. I mean, I wonder how much let's say the 25 puts were yesterday for the weeklies. 25 puts, they're only like 40 cents. now they're going to be like $20. Well, if you weren't in on this trade, it's not a trade now. I mean, it's basically down to zero. So anyways, yeah, we had the unemployment come in today. What's going on, Rob, Daniel, double Daniel, two Daniels, Hank. We had the yeah, here you go. Luckin Coffee plummet 80% after investigation finds CEO fabricated sales. It's gonna be bad. What if the numbers are not as bad in LK? You want to take the chance? You know, I guess if you have money you don't care about, go ahead, buy the dip, but they could potentially just be going out of business. You know, it's up to you. If it's an extremely high risk trade. If it's not as bad, or maybe it was wrong, bounce back, but it doesn't look good. I'm not going to put my hard-earned money into a Chinese coffee company in 2020 when we're going or in a recession. Yeah, they were opening a lot of stores probably on debt, on revenue that they don't have. You know, but weekly jobless claims 6.6 million. I think it was like 3.1 were expected. We knew it was going to be bad, but also last week we knew it was going to be bad too. And I actually covered. I was short MES. I closed it out for $150 loss before the report. And the reason why I did that is because last week on the report of 3.3 million, we rallied so hard, and we were starting to try. They were trying to squeeze here. I mean, it wasn't getting above 2,500, but I'm like, okay, with the report, they could easily pop me 50 points. And you see, they did pop 50 points to the downside. They could have easily popped me 50 points to the upside. I'm already short other stocks, so I didn't feel the need to also be short at MES going into the report and being down from 150 down to like 600. If they popped up 50 points to like 25.50, I would have been down like $600. So I took the L. Looks like I didn't need to, because I would have been profitable now. I put the short on yesterday around like 24.70 area, and then they kept trying to squeeze me up to 2,500, kind of held, and I closed it out around 24.80 area. So I was that's why I took it off. People are like, hey, why did you take your short off? You know, you had that. But for me, it wasn't worth the risk going into the report. I thought we were going to be going down before the report, because the report, it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't really, it was kind of acting weird like last week. It wasn't really pricing in the report. And last week when the jobs report came out, we rallied really hard, and this thing wasn't going down. I'm like, man, if the job report can't be good, and it's and it was pushing higher pre-market, so I got out of that trade. Yeah, Daniel, I am looking at some stuff here. So, am I still holding gold? I am not. I don't have any gold positions right now. But this is what I have going into today. I still have the 247.50 put on Apple. These are my serious trades. I have the 290 put on Costco as well. And then I have a couple long-term holds. I have Home Depot for next week expiration, and also for April 17th. And then I have Netflix. I'm short Netflix for May expiration, and I'm short SPG for May expiration as well. So that's kind of what I have going on right now. For kind of going into yesterday, what I was looking at on SPY and Apple. SPY, this chart was definitely broken at yesterday. We broke the trend here. We closed at 246, and I'm thinking we're going to be revisiting 240, 235 relatively soon here. And that's why I held overnight. I probably shouldn't have placed that short overnight. It cost me $150, and I probably should have just held it. But I just wanted to reduce my risk, and I was already short a lot. As you can see, I'm short quite a few stocks already, so there was no reason for me to increase the risk right now. And if we're looking at Apple as well, we're at 240 right now. We're basically flat. Apple closed at 240.91. We're at 240.90 right now. So I'm thinking we're going to come back down to probably the 230 area. That is where I'm looking right now. I mean, I like the 220 area, but we bounced pretty hard last time. So right now, my target right now on Apple is 230. I shorted yesterday. I have the 247.50 put, and Costco as well. Costco, I've been trading the range on Costco, and basically it's been getting stopped out around 290, 292. If you look at this, it's kind of ugly. I've just been trading the weekly intraday, and we've been getting stopped out here. It may squeeze up, but it doesn't look good. I mean, there's a downtrend intact here. I think this is going to flag to the downside here, and we're going to be, my target yesterday was 282. We did come down to 284 area. We didn't actually get to 282. So today I'm looking to cover my short at 282. Is what I'm looking at this. We got the tequila hat on. We ready to go. If you're just joining, say what up. If you could do me the favor, hit the like button. Really appreciate it. I mean, you guys have been amazing. I mean, I posted a video last night, and within 2 hours, it got almost 1,000 views, which is like the best a video's ever done. Like, thank you guys so much for the support. It really means a lot. Hey Trevor, how you doing? Man, we're breaking down pretty good now. S&Ps are up 50 cents, not $50, 50 cents. Now they're down. Dow's down 50, Nasdaq down 16. So yeah, I guess I could have held that short, but it's all good. We'll be good. We'll be making some money today on our short positions. We didn't need MES to be profitable today. Would have been nice to get a little bit extra for my efforts, but it is what it is. What's going on, Ariana, Jose? What we doing? Brooklyn. Hope you're staying safe in New York, man. So I'm thinking right now, if we look at SPY, let's pull this up. I think we're gonna revisit the lows. Yesterday was like obviously 243 yesterday, but after we take that out, next stop is easily 235 on SPY. So I'm going to be trying to short. If we get any rips here, I'm gonna try to lay into them. If I take my profits, I'm gonna try to take my profits from Costco and Apple, and then I'm gonna try to redeploy those profits. Try to get into SPY, I think, is what I'm gonna try to do. But I mean, last week they shook me out pretty good. So we have 1, 2, three, four, five. Yeah, last week they shook me out pretty good on the jobs report. I mean, we knew it was gonna be bad, but they rallied hard. Thankfully, I did some intraday trades. I was trading some calls, made a lot of money back. But man, it was bad. I couldn't believe last week they would rally on a 3-point, but I think it was more of a rally off the stimulus report, stimulus signing versus the jobs report. You know, another thing that was also kind of concerning me about my shorts this morning is oil was rallying 10%. So oil, if you guys aren't aware, oil does have a major impact on the stock market, and there is quite a bit of correlation between oil and the S&P. But if oil, so I was a little concerned. That's also why I covered my short. Is oil was up 10%. You know, Saudi Arabia and Russia are going to end their feud soon. I don't know. We don't know if this is true because Trump just said he talked up the possibility. I don't know what that means. Did he you know, I don't know what that means. You know, Trump told reporters Wednesday evening it's very bad for Russia, it's very bad for Saudi Arabia. I mean, it's very bad for both. I think they're going to make a deal. I don't, you know, there's nothing confirmed here. There's no information here, except for somebody asked somebody else a question and they answered. So I don't know. I don't know if that's enough to rally oil. You know what I mean? But I was concerned if oil rallied like 20%, it's going to bring the market up with it. So that's why I was starting to kind of reduce my risk a little bit. So I you know, it doesn't feel good to lose $150, but it also feels good. What also would have been feeling good if I lost $600 on that. If you go from a $150 loss to a $600 loss, and you don't want to start the day out like that. So I took my licks going in, and I'm ready to go. Trump didn't even say anything about concrete, and the market moves up after that. Yeah, I don't understand it, but I mean, obviously the president has a lot of pull with the algos. You know, the algos are valuing what his headlines are because I mean, why wouldn't they? They made a lot of money. The algos made a lot of money for off of Trump's headlines. You know, during the trade war. Now, you know, Nathaniel, thanks for subscribing, man. Carmine playing broken telephone. Man, it's crazy, but yeah, looks like we're headed lower. Let's see what LK is doing right now. Let's look at. Okay, they don't have any information. I clicked on the article and there's no information here. Going into tomorrow, we're also going to have the non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, and the market services PMI. So just be mindful of that. And they're really hitting the market right now. Yeah, I know, Nathaniel. You comment, you watch every video, you comment every time, man. I appreciate you. I respond to every single comment. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Really. You guys have been showing up. Man, they're laying in hard right now. Look at that. All right, so I would like Apple to be able to hold below 240. Man, they're slicing through right now. That's just S&P's just dropped. In the last 5 minutes, it's dropped 20 points. Well, would have made some money, but we're gonna make some money here. I mean, I'm already up on my Apple position. I'm up on Costco. Up on let's see what Home Depot is doing this morning, because I'm short Home Depot as well. Okay, Home Depot's looking like it wants to revisit its weekly lows as well. Man, VIX just shopped at 57. It's gonna get spicy. It's gonna get spicy. Costco, what are you doing? Okay, Costco. The thing is, you don't look at pre-market Costco because there's not a lot of volume. They don't really trade pre-market, so this will probably drop this will probably drop once market opens. If it doesn't drop, we have a little bit of a cushion as well. So, like I said, I have the 290 put. Man, SPY's down to 243 now. They just dropped this. They just dropped this $7 since the report. on SPY. Man. All right, any stocks you guys want to go over? There's not a whole lot of news today. I don't know if you guys heard, but we talked about this before. WeWork WeWork doesn't look like it's going to get their bailout anymore. SoftBank is going to pull its $3 billion offer, and WeWork is probably going out of business. If you guys remember this from last year and all that drama, so it was just crazy. How was the jobless claims? It was terrible. They expected 3.1 million jobless. There's actually 6.6 this week. In the matter of 2 weeks, there's 10 million unemployed, 10 million additional unemployed. So I don't know. This is going to be a very interesting election. You know, Teva's down 2 cents right now. It's 8.45. It closed at 8.47. You know, if it comes back down, for me, if Teva comes back down to like 750 area, I think I would want to buy some. Maybe I'll try to trade Teva today if we can get a good enough drop. Because I do like this. I do think Teva will recover. I think, you know, in terms of pharmaceuticals, it's going to be fine. It'll be fine. But that's my opinion, of course. And full disclaimer, I hold shares as well. So I do watch it. But, you know, if you have a small account, Teva is great for trading options on, because it, as you can see, it's moved for a stock that's under $10. It's moved $1 or more within the last couple days. You know, it's gone from 750 up to 943, back down to 845. So it's a really great stock to trade if you have a small account. Premiums are relatively on the smaller side. You know, the $8 puts are only like 40 cents for next week, 30 cents. So there's pretty good volume on the options as well. So it's usually pretty good. Can you explain again why Netflix may not be a good investment? So, Andrew, I was talking about yesterday that if I'm going to buy stock right now, I'm going to buy stock in companies that are cash rich and can withstand however long this recession or depression or whatever we're in now is going to be. With the coronavirus, it's kind of like the 1-2 punch, I believe, to Netflix. One, with the coronavirus, they can't produce any content. If they're not going to produce any content, people are not going to be as interested in Netflix because it's not going to have anything new. No one's creating content right now because productions are shut down due to coronavirus. No one's working on production sets. Another thing is that Netflix has a lot of debt. It costs them a lot of money to make shows stay running. So that is why I don't like Netflix for a long-term stock hold. That's my opinion. So wouldn't streaming make it cash rich? I don't think they don't charge enough. They don't charge enough. They charge pennies. Like we talked about this yesterday or the day before. They charge pennies for what the value that they offer. You know, you go to McDonald's, one meal at McDonald's is more expensive than Netflix. You know. Elections will be closed if shutdown remains. I don't think so. I mean, they didn't shut down the elections for the primaries in Illinois or anywhere. Yeah, CCL sinking like a Titanic. Yeah. I mean, Carnival. I mean, the cruise lines, and this is another thing. A lot of people are like, "Hey, should I buy the cruise lines or the airlines?" And I'm like, I think that's a pretty much a no-brainer. The cruise lines are not essential. They don't need to be bailed out. Airlines are essential. So for me, if I'm gonna buy stock, I'm gonna buy stock in an airline, not in a cruise line. And after this is all done, I mean, I think the cruise lines are going to be wrecked for a long time because people are going to be really paranoid about getting sick and getting stranded. I mean, there's boats right now out to sea, cruise ships out to sea that they can't dock. People are currently dying and have coronavirus on it, spreading on the cruise ships. And I think it's going to be a long time and a lot of marketing before people trust that again. You know, if you're going to pick a vacation, like if I was going to pick a vacation right now, you know, would I feel like I want to take a cruise, or would I want to go just somewhere else? I think I would just take a plane to go somewhere else. I heard Wisconsin's going through with their primary. Yeah, I mean, Illinois, we had it here. We had the elections here. I'm sure, I guarantee the numbers were way down. And, it's hard to say. Maybe the problem is that with electronic voting, like maybe they'll do some sort of electronic voting, but with electronic voting, they're worried about tampering. But I feel like that happens anyways, like last election. I don't know. It's hard to say. We don't know. Yeah, Disney might be interesting. The thing is that I'm worried about Disney is one. They have a pretty good backlog of content coming out, but they're right down at support levels right now, multi-year support levels. However, they're indefinitely closed. Their parks are indefinitely closed right now. We don't know how long they're going to be closed for, and it costs them many millions a day to stay closed. So, I don't know. Yes, you could definitely buy the dip. Like, I would buy the dip if I was going to hold 10 years, fine. And if it comes back, and if it goes down to 75 or 50, I'll buy again. I mean, Disney's not going to go anywhere over the long term, but Disney is a stock that didn't reward people other than their dividend until recently. They popped up from 100 up to 150, but it was a very short-lived. As you can see, this is the 5-year chart. Basically, it's the same price it was 5 years ago, which, that's not why you invest, unless you're just parking and getting dividends and just parking cash. You can do that. I mean, it's a safe bet to park cash, I think. So, for me, it also depends. I don't know if does anyone know, did Disney cut their dividend yet? I know Boeing, a lot of companies, people are like, oh, I'm trying to build my dividend portfolio now that the dividends in 2017, 2019, 2018 are gone, guys. The dividends are gone. If a company still pays dividend, it's going to be sliced. Or not at all. I mean, Boeing doesn't have a dividend anymore. So just be mindful. Watch the dividends before you invest. If you're investing to get a dividend, I think obviously, one of the better ones right now is probably Apple, because if you're looking at dividend investing, Apple, because they pay dividend, they're cash rich, they can withstand quite a few years of downturn, still be okay. Technically, their products are essential if you want to pay for the $1,000 iPhone. Julio, I would rather go with value investing than dividend investing. Yeah, it depends. Everyone has different goals, Julio. So, yeah, I agree. There's going to be a lot of, when the dust settles, there's going to be a lot of companies that are going to be a great value, and there's going to be a lot of companies that are great for dividends. So it really depends on what you're trying to do, what your goals are. Which biotech or pharmaceuticals besides Teva do you like? I actually don't trade or invest in any. I just try to stay away from the drama. I do like the one that, I don't know if they're considered pharmaceutical, but I do like TNDM due to their products for diabetes, and they've been having a pretty good run. I actually own stock when it was in its 20s, and I shed it when it was in its 50s. So I'm actually eyeing this stock right here, TNDM, if it can come down a little bit. I didn't want to buy any stock when we had the major sell-off, but if it's holding 60 here, I think that I would probably buy some stock if it doesn't pay a dividend or anything. But this stock, in terms of diabetes care, they're coming out on top. Medtronic as well. I don't know what their ticker is. Let me see. Medtronic, MDT as well. Medtronic is another good one. This one also pays a dividend. And if you guys are asking me why do I know so much about diabetes, is because my wife's actually diabetic. So these are the companies that support her, and I know how much money it costs for someone to get cared for who has diabetes. So Medtronic is a big one. TNDM is a big one. Bayer is another one. Who owns Bayer? Bayer parent company. Is that Johnson Johnson? Or no, just Bayer. Didn't Bayer get bought by Monsanto or something? I don't remember, but I guess Bayer is the parent company of Bayer. I thought Bayer merged with somebody, but maybe I was wrong. I saw someone placing calls on a lot of popular brands for 2021 at Best Before Last. Do you think that'll pay later? Hey, I think it's early still. We're still in the very. I think people are getting ahead of themselves in terms of like buying the dip and looking for value. A lot of people's investing strategy is, because this is what's worked, is, hey, if stocks dropped a lot, it's gonna return back to the price it was. Now, if we look at SPY, people are like, man, 220, this could go back up to 340, bro. You know, don't tell me it won't. I'm not gonna say it won't do it. The question is how long? When will it happen? You know what I mean? Like how long? You know, if we look back at, let's look at SPY in the tech crash, you know, or let's look at 2008 area. So SPY was roughly, let's just call it 150. It took 1, 2, 3, 4 years to get back to 150. So you're gonna have plenty of time to buy the dip. You don't need to be the first one to buy the dip. Like, you're catching the knife right now. You know what I mean? Like 2008, it took 4 years for SPY to get back to where it was. If we go back to the 2000 area, SPY again, 150, right? 150 to get back to that price. It took another, 7 years. So if you think it's just going to return back up to those levels, and I think a lot of it has to do with it, with our government too, because Trump was saying, hey, once we turn the machine back on, we're going to be in business, we're going to be flying, we're going to be doing all this stuff. There's a lot of economic damage that has happened in the last month that's going to take a very long time to repair. There's going to be people, there's 10 million additional people unemployed. A lot of those people are not going to be asked to come back to work. Like in 2008, people thought, we'll be okay. If you get laid off, like 10 million people got laid off or unemployed or fired or whatever in the last 2 weeks. Maybe 7 million are invited back. 3 million are not going to be invited back. And then the unemployment rate just keeps ticking up. And people are not going to be, and they're going to realize, hey, with all this technology that we're doing, maybe I didn't need so-and-so in that department. Maybe I didn't need 10 people in that department. Maybe if we use our tools and a little automation, we can get rid of 5 jobs and we don't have to worry about it. And people, because of this and because of the financial route that companies were in ahead of this, they're going to work on ways to weather the next storm. And I think it's going to be good for the overall company. But the people who are going to pay the price are the people that are sitting in the cubicles or clocking in, clocking out. They're not going to be invited back. So I think that, this is my opinion, of course, but it's going to take some time, guys, So that's why people are like, why aren't you buying stock? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? It's like, if it's going to take 4 years, 2 years to recover, like, I don't need to buy it in the first month that we drop. I don't need to. I feel no need to. If I'm making money in options, I feel no need to buy stock and risk capital and tie up capital. I would rather put more money into options right now than to buy more stock. But that's because I know how to trade options. A lot of people don't know how to trade options. So the only thing they can do is buy stock. And they won't short stock because they don't even know what shorting stock is. If you guys could do me the favor, hit the like button. Almost 80 of you in here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. But now we can chop and ride higher later into September. For now, hold on to your hats. Yeah, anyone that says they know what's going on with the market, they're lying. Nobody knows, Jim Cramer, anyone at CNBC, me, any other YouTuber, we have no idea where the market is going. We're just reacting and planning, based on the charts. I mean, that's how we try to predict the future, and that's the way that we make money. But that's the way we've always made money. It doesn't matter if we're in a recession, depression, all-time highs, whatever the case is. Okay, looks like we're up a little bit on my Apple. Market just opened up, so looks like we're up a little bit here on these. So I'm up probably about a couple $100 here on the day. Let's see what happens. SPY, Costco's trying to ride up a little bit. They're trying to fight. They're trying to buy the dip here. We got a little V-shape action here on S&Ps, SPY. Let's see what they do. Right now, VIX just dropped like $2 from its high. It was hitting 57. Now it just dropped down to 55. We'll see here. If it can come back, if MES can come back up to 2490 or SPY can come up to 249, I would like to short some more. I would like to short some more here. Is what I would like to do if we can come back up here. But it doesn't look good. Apple's not bouncing at all. They're trying to. Okay, halted. Not just Trump, plenty of investing experts have been saying we're going to shoot right out of the recession. Yeah, I'm not saying. I mean, a lot of people say that. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. Anything can happen. I mean, I honestly hope that we can just go back to work and everyone's fine and everyone's making the same money again. I really hope that's the case. I don't want to be. I would like to be. I would rather be wrong about that than anything else. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm thinking it's not. But in terms of like my investing mindset, I'm more of a realist. I try to, and sometimes, sometimes, especially when we're moving at all-time highs, it kind of bites me in the butt because, I'm looking at the data, I'm looking at the stock market, I'm looking at the data, I'm looking at the stock market, and for a long time things haven't been lining up. Now things are lining up, and that's why it's a lot easier for me to trade. But if you're more of a realist and being optimistic, I'm more of a realist, whether it's good news or bad news, and that's kind of one of my weaknesses when trading, is that sometimes I tend to not agree with the trend based on what the data is, but sometimes the market is way behind what the data is. So you kind of have to find some balance there, and you have to work that out for yourself. It looks like they're buying the dip. It looks weak though, so we'll see. I mean, if it can push up, I would like it to push back up to like 2490, SPY 249. I would like to short the 250 puts, but the morning bull pumps last like 10 minutes and then crash. Robinhood was pumped every morning on open, then crashed 4 days in a row. Whew. If China actual numbers come out, things get ugly. Yeah, Adele, I think that I don't know if we're ever going to really know the truth with the coronavirus numbers from China. It's not worth chasing, honestly. You know what I mean? It's just not worth chasing. Okay, so we're seeing quite a bit of strength here. They're trying to push it up. Buying the dip. Well, the real test technically is 2,500 on the S&Ps, if you can see here. I mean, it's been getting stopped out all night. That's the real test. I think this is a fade the pop kind of play. I want it to go higher. I don't know if it's going to though. Let's look at some SPY puts for maybe Monday expiration. SPY puts. Yeah, I want to get the 250s. I want it to push up to like 249 area and I can get the 250. But I don't think it's going to happen. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Maybe it will. Let's see. maybe it will. Costco's pushing up. Apple's pushing up a little bit here. Costco's green. Costco's red, I mean, and Apple's greens. So, what to do? What to do? We'll see. I don't like opening positions within the first 15 minutes because it's just a rule that I have. Because I often get, if I get screwed on a trade, it's most likely in the first 15 minutes of the day. So it's good to be patient, find out what some of the ranges are. We have some pretty nice ranges to trade already because we have up to here to the 2500 and down to 2420 area. So we have a really nice 80-point range on the S&Ps already, which is, you know, kind of makes me want to get in. But I want to see if we can come back to the top of the range here. But I think that this is going to create a new high, maybe around like 2480, and it's gonna downtrend from there. But that's what I see. I don't know if it's going to happen. The market does what it wants. You have to do your best to make an assumption about the market. It doesn't mean you're going to be right, and they could shake you out. You might be right, but they could shake you out pretty hard too. So just be mindful. The market doesn't play fair. The market plays dirty. You know, it cheats all the time. It's the worst. Once you understand that the market is not fair and the market is not just and the market doesn't care, the sooner you will make money. A lot of people are like, oh, the market screwed me and the market did this to me. The market didn't do anything. You put the trade on and you took the trade off. The market didn't tell you to put the trade on, take the trade off. The market's going to do what it's going to do. That's why you have to maintain ground. Yeah, SQQ getting hit hard. Yeah, I don't really trade the leverage ETFs. I would, like I was talking about yesterday with some people, I would rather trade the Qs and triple up or double up my contracts, you know. But I don't really see much advantage, honestly, to trading the leverage ETFs. But it's looking good. It's looking good. I think this is going to be a good short, possibly. I'm just waiting for some. I mean, it looks like it might be topping out already. So let's be patient, you know. Just be patient. But it looks like it might be topping out. I mean, I want to know. I mean, like, yeah, Fed pump. It's like. That's what I was worried about, like, because last week we rallied on the 3 million unemployment. Now it's 6.6 million. I was like, you know, if you're an investor, you're sitting around, you think today you'd want to buy on the day they report 6.6 million in job losses with no end in sight. I mean, the stay at home or shelter in place for Illinois was pushed to April 30th now. We were supposed to be done April 8th, and now it's to April 30th. So it's another 4 weeks of people sitting around getting unemployed. I mean, the government's trying to push cash out to the businesses, which and you get to keep the money if you don't lay anyone off, which is good. However, I don't know I don't know if the government has enough money for all the businesses, honestly. You know, they're paying, the government says they're going to pay 2.5 months of your payroll and payroll related costs, but I don't know if they're going to have enough money to go to every single business. It's under 500 employees, you know. And the loan cap was 10 million. So for bigger companies, I don't know. Nope, Michael. But yeah, it's just chilling. But yeah, man, it looks like it's trying to top out here. Is that all we're gonna get? looking like that might be it. Illinois may actually go into May with stay at home. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's for a good reason and we're staying safe and our numbers are going to start to go down. But if our numbers start to go up, either people aren't doing the right thing or this is just out of control. I don't know. But I mean, I do agree that, what they're trying to do, especially in Illinois, is save the hospital beds and control the flow. So, I mean, a lot of people will probably get sick, but if they don't inundate the hospitals and overwhelm them, there's a better chance that more people are going to survive. So for people like me that don't need to go anywhere to work and I don't mind. I'll do my part. I won't do anything that will risk my family either or risk other people. Especially I don't want to come in contact with somebody and then come in contact with somebody with my family that's older, that has pre-existing conditions or something terrible and give it to them. Looks like they're going to lay in short now. Looks like they're laying in short. So, in Illinois, it's bad. I mean, this could go to the summer, June, July. It's gonna get bad. I mean, we're still in the early stages. Yeah, Brooklyn, and around here they actually taped off all the parks and everything as well. Yeah, people don't listen, and that's the problem. Like there's a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, it's not that bad. If I get it, bro. I don't care. Yeah, until you give it to your 90-year-old grandma and she passes away in a day. Then you're gonna care. And I don't. I don't know. They literally took the rims off the basketball hoops. Oh my god. They thought they could trust people. Now there's what? How many people do you have in New York that have coronavirus? Like 50,000, 60,000? I know New York has 1/5 of the cases. Let's see here. Yeah, New York is at 83,000. Oh, jeez. And Illinois, we're at 7,000. California ticking up pretty good. But in terms of Illinois, I think we've been doing a pretty good job. Our governor has been one of the more proactive governors, so I'll give him that. But I don't know. I don't know where this ends. I don't I don't think anyone knows. Everyone thinks they know, and then they change after a week. They're like, oh yeah, actually we don't know. Actually, never mind. Things are really bad. Stay inside your house. I don't know. I have trouble talking right now. All I know is keep your family safe. Do what you can. Make money in the stock market. If you're laid off or whatever, use this time right now to create the businesses that you want to do. Launch your own YouTube channel, podcast. If you're a music artist, make music. Use this time to create. Use this time to build something, because a lot of people aren't going to be invited back to the job. The job could be done. So use this time right now to do something for yourself, do something for your family. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to do this, but I never had time because I've been so busy at work. This is the opportunity. This is the opportunity for you right here, right now. Take advantage of this opportunity. Yeah, I knew it was topping out here around 2470 on the S&Ps. SPY was topping out around 248. Probably should have laid in short, but I'm still sticking to my rules here. I'm still short other positions. I mean, right now I'm up a couple $100 on some of these other positions right now. So we'll see what happens. I wonder if Elon Musk still thinks coronavirus isn't that big of a deal. I don't think they care what he thinks, because they're going to shut his plant down. But I think that since he's now making ventilators, he's back in their graces. So I don't know if that means they're going to keep letting him run. Maybe he can make ventilators and cars at the same time. I don't know how that would, because ever since he announced that he was going to step up and make ventilators, we haven't heard about them shutting down this plant. Just saying. And VIX is all over the place. Popped down from 57 down to 54, now back up to 56. It's gonna be wild. I mean, this is gonna be a wild day. Yeah, rules are good. Every time I break mine, I get screwed. Just be patient. Yeah. You break your rules. You have each person has their own set of rules for a reason because they're catered to your personality. And if you're doing the same thing over and over again, and you know that it costs you money, write it down, stick it on your monitor, stick it on your wall, stick it anywhere you can see it, and then before you place the trade, just look at your wall or whatever. Be like, oh, there's a reason why this is a rule, and then you break it, and then you lose money. Don't break your rules. So I guess we'll see, but yeah, this looks like it topped out. Looks like it topped out, man. That's too bad. That's too bad. I thought we had something, guys. I thought we were gonna push to 24.90. Didn't happen. Thought we had something. One question. I was actually thinking about this. I don't know. Do you guys think that I should do a live stream all day during market hours one day? I've been kind of thinking about it, but I'm not sure if people would watch that or would like that. Typically, I kind of sign on, check things out, hang out with you guys, and then I sign off. I do my thing, and then I come back later and I do another video and stuff. But I wasn't sure if people would like that or appreciate it, or because a lot of times, like for me, I'm just hanging out here watching numbers, and it's not. I don't think it's that exciting for like the viewer or you guys. But maybe if there's some value out of there, I mean, you guys are saying yes. VIX is ripping up because it's like, is it gonna be that much fun if I'm just sitting here staring at my screen and be like, okay? Because sometimes, especially the last few days, there hasn't been a lot of movement in the market, so we're kind of just sitting waiting for positions to play out. You know what I mean? All right, we're starting to make a little bit more money now. We're up decent. We're up decent right now. So we'll see if we can get this to break down a little bit. Just be patient. We home all day. Well, when you have some good trades to build on and execute. Yeah, right now I'm looking for Costco to come back down to 82. That's what I want to see. I want Costco to come down to 82. But it's fighting at 84. Maybe break the streams up instead of all day. We home all day, baby. Yeah, I was just wondering if people thought that would be of value to them and helpful. I guess it'd be good because we'd be able to discuss the market as it's happening live, and questions and all that could be answered live. But at the same time, if the market's slow, we're just like, But I guess it's the same thing in Discord. We just kind of hang out, talk about the market, chill out, do what it do. But in that regard, I'm gonna sign off. I will be in the Discord. I'm gonna fill up my coffee again, get ready for the day, see what we're gonna do, see if we can make some money here. Shake and bake, baby. What about Mike on Discord? Yeah, I can pop in the voice chat, try that out. So, anyways, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.